Hi guys, karibu sana kwa Football Fans Clan. Channel ya pekee hapa Kenya ambayo inaangazia tu hisia, mbwembwe na maoni ya mashabiki wa soka kila baada ya mechi kubwa. Iwapo wewe ni mgeni basi na kuomba usisahau kusubscribe, kulike na kushare hii video. Shukrani sana kwa kutazama. Back in the Champions League you won the first match, now this is the second match. You've lost 2-1 against Lens. Was it a result that you thought could happen today?
There's no small team. There's not an easy side in the Champions League looking at how teams are playing. Give it to Lens. Arsenal started very well, but Lens came back into the game. And they came back into the game when it really mattered most. They had very few chances. They had probably two on target, and they all went in, which is a concern for Arsenal, especially our defending. Arsenal's defending was somehow, that was poor. That was poor defending. That was very poor defending. Because you look at the first goal, the guy had just to hold up the ball and play it when all our defenders are running towards the goal. And then we lose it on the principle of balancing. We lose it on the principle of delay. We got it right on delay, fine. They did delay him. But in terms of balancing that defense, we lost it. We lost it. The guy had the ball. Look at where the keeper is. They equalize. And then you look at the second goal. You also look at it like it's again an issue to do with balancing. All the backline, the three, were running towards the goal. They forget now who has to come in and avoid this cutback. Whoever has the ball had all the time, the space to bring in the cutback. The strikers are running into the game. All our defenders are running towards our goal. They're not looking at who is remaining behind them to close that person down. So a cutback comes in, it's converted. Very easy goals. Very easy goals when you've scored somehow a tight goal. So I think that was just poor from Arsenal. Yeah.
And do you think maybe your coach, Mikel Arteta, did more harm by his substitutes?
I think today, again, Arteta did fail. The moment Saka went out, now we lacked the speed on the flanks. We lacked the creativity on the flanks. Yes, we had Trossard, but we know Trossard is not that quick. We know Trossard, we know Saka, anytime Saka has the ball, he attracts 2 to 3 defenders. He attracts 2 to 3 opponents, like 2 to 3. So there's a lot of space inside. So the moment he does manage to cut in from outside, then there is space inside for other strikers and other players to run in. Yes. Once he went out, we lost that. How did we lose it? Why did he bring in Vieira? I don't think Vieira can play on the right. I expected probably would have brought in Nelson, because Nelson also has the pace, the intensity, and he's somehow cheeky. He can also attract 2 to 3 defenders and bring in the ball. So the moment he brought in Vieira, and we still had Havertz on the pitch, so having Vieira and Havertz on the pitch, at the same time, it's like you're less one man. You're less one man. So I think that did change our game completely. And then we went on back foot, so which was a problem for us. So to speak the truth, I think today's substitutions for Arteta, especially the Vieira Saka substitute, that one didn't work for us. It didn't work for us. I think it was not time for Vieira to come in. It was time for Nelson to come in. It would have been a different game if he had come in the first half. Yeah.
And what is what was your thought about taking Odegaard off?
I think that is something he should have done it a long time ago. He should have brought in Smith Rowe early enough, because Smith Rowe is also known for possessive football. All we required was to possess the ball, and you've seen when Smith Rowe came in, we had to possess the ball. We've had the ball, the time, and everything we wanted to have, except that Lens decided to go on a low block. And they've done that close to 15 to 20 minutes. The last 15, 20 minutes, they've been defending, seriously defending. They've been in numbers, just around and in their box. So, but Arsenal did manage to to get in some balls, which were somehow dangerous. At least 2-3 balls were somehow dangerous, but they didn't. The final touch did not come. So I think he would have because one thing, if you realize Arsenal, the moment you cut out Saka, Odegaard is out. The moment you cut out Odegaard, Saka is out. So I think that the two guys are always playing together. They can only be dangerous when they are on the pitch at the same time, because Odegaard creates for Saka, Saka creates for Odegaard. Then they get in the third man, who is a striker, either Jesus or Ngetia, or someone on the other flank. So when Saka goes off, let Odegaard go off. Let's have another combination because it works well. Yeah.
Okay, what are the positive you pick from this match going to your next match?
The positives are very simple. Arteta today, again, we did rotate the squad very well. We've had Tomiyasu, who does not play 90. He has had to play all through and in different positions, left back and right back. We had Ben White, who is a regular, resting. We had Declan Rice, whom we thought was somehow injured. At least he's back strong. We had Trossard, who started very well and he has done well. We had Nelson Smith-Rowe again getting some minutes. That's a positive. And then we also had Havertz, who probably today has shown some improvement. I think that's a positive. So going forward with that squad, and we still had the party on the bench, and I think now the depth is okay. Now, given that we are facing Manchester City, I think Arsenal was somehow divided because they were somehow cautious not to get those injuries. You look at the knock on Saka, they will not risk anymore. Just get him off, bring in someone else. I think there was a divided attention between playing Lens and playing Manchester City over the weekend. So it's okay if we can keep the squad, if we can rotate the squad. We are still number 2 on the log. So we still have to play Sevilla at home. We still have a chance to qualify. So nothing is wrong. We've lost this match, yes, but we are on 3 points. So it's only beating Sevilla, and we are almost there. We are almost there. Lens still have to come to Emirates. I know there. It's possible that we can win against Lens. It's possible that we can win against Sevilla at home. And it's possible that we can go and cause an upset.
You face Sevilla twice next.
No problem. No problem. We will have to win against them at home, and we can still win against them. In fact, it's good playing them at home, then playing them at away, just in quick succession. That's better. That's good because the way we play at home is almost the same way we'll play against them away. So it is a good thing, and we might just win that game. The moment we win against Sevilla home and away, I think we shall be through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.